Hallo YouTube, wie euch vielleicht jetzt im Laufe dieser Episode auffallen wird, sind die Cuts in den Folgen, in den Episoden vielleicht etwas unterschiedlich. Ich habe mich jetzt beim Editieren dazu entschieden, die Folgen an anderen Stellen zu cutten, weil es einfach besser passt. Während dem Livestream habe ich darauf nicht wirklich geachtet und habe einfach meistens halt so, wenn es einigermaßen passt, eine Pause gemacht, beziehungsweise dann die YouTube-Folge beendet. Deshalb kann es sein, dass ab jetzt in der Zukunft so quasi mitten in den Folgen vielleicht eine Begrüßung oder vielleicht eine Verabschiedung von YouTube vorkommen wird. Ich hoffe, das stört euch nicht zu sehr. Viel Spaß mit dieser Episode von Tokyo Dark. Willkommen zurück, YouTube. Ich habe eine kleine Pause eingelegt. Und da würde ich sagen, wir fahren hoch zum Büro vom Boss. Der sieht aus wie der Typ, den wir in Shinjuku gefunden haben. Beziehungsweise von dem wir ein Bild in Shinjuku gefunden haben. Egal. Sorry to have to call you in like this, Ito. I know we promised you some time off after the whole rotten situation. I'd meant to talk to you earlier, but with everything going on, well, you know how it is. It's been a media circus for the last 2 weeks. Damn reporters were waiting for any excuse they could to go for our throats, and they found it. Then the deputy chief starts calling me. Then the chief. Hell, got a call from the major last night. All of them want this case solved and out of mind. If he was here to see it, Tanaka would be furious at all the bureaucracy. Tanaka heißt der. Das schreibt der am Stift nicht. If he was here to see it, yeah. Can't even count the numbers of times he yelled at me after similar speeches I made to him. He was a good man. Yes, sir, he was. Let's cut to the chase. With every paper and news station covering your case, the major's demanding a formal inquiry on your conduct. Now, before you say anything, I'm not saying I would have done better in your shoes. The whole thing was rotten, if you ask me. Unfortunately, there are no do-overs in the police work, and even choices that seemed right at the time can run around and bite us later on. It's not only you. I made a mistake that night sending you in alone. I'll pay for that too. Keep an eye on your professionalism, using the spin system from time to time. Don't give those vultures anything to pick at. It's not just about the injury, though. I'm concerned about you and the choices you make, professional or otherwise. Have far-reached effects in the future. The people who will work with you and trust you, the opinions you'll have available to you are all hinged on your ability to keep a professional face. One more thing. Given the circumstances, we think it best to transfer you out of the violent crime department for the time being. Transfer? But sir, I don't understand. I've already done twice the amount of work as some of the veterans, and I've only been in the unit for a few years. Surely my record should speak for itself. I mean, let's at least talk about it first. This isn't a negotiation, detective. Think of it as a chance to get a fresh start. For the next month, you'll continue to be on leave. Fully paid, of course. Of course, I need to take your badge until you return. The gun you can turn in downstairs. When you come back, you'll be helping out with some of the vice and insurance fraud cases. As another detective will be moving into your place, we'll need to clear out your office. I've asked the movers to come in today and give you a hand. Do I make myself clear, Ito? Crystal, you old hack. Sir, I know you think I screwed this up, but there's more going on. I need a bit more time to make a case, is all. That's enough, detective. Until the internal hearing about your case is complete, there'll be no future discussion of this. Now please go to your office and pack away any personal items to be shipped home. The rest stays with us. And Ito, take care of yourself. Scheiße. Das heißt, ich muss ins Büro. Alter, wenn mich jetzt irgendjemand dumm von der Seite anquatscht, der kriegt so eine rein. Wahrscheinlich der hier. Wahrscheinlich die beiden. Ich wusste es. Hey Ito, hold up. I heard you were back in the station. Real shame about Tanaka. He was one great detective. You're right, he was the best. Almost hard to believe he'd let himself get caught the way he did. I mean, it's weird, right? He goes missing and can't manage to contact anyone even once. I thought he would have tried to get in touch with you at least, since you were his partner and all. Anyway, you shouldn't blame yourself, Ito. It was dumb to send you down there alone with no backup. Let's face it, there's no way you could have handled that on your own. You're right, Tyra. Yukimura should have sent you, the man who hasn't solved a single one of the murders on his desk this year. Would have turned out much better. Oh, jawohl. Hey, those were just unlucky cases is all. No witnesses. If Yukimura had sent me, I would have kept my cool, and I can tell you that. Sometimes I close my eyes and count to 10, hoping that when I open them, Tyra will disappear. Unfortunately, that tactic hasn't worked yet. I once partnered with Detective Nita and was surprised by how competent he was. If he didn't attach himself at the hip to Tyra, he could probably make a good detective. Okay. Look, enter office. Look. An alarm for fires, earthquake, or other emergencies. They told me that, as the only female detective, it would be best to give me extra space with translated to sticking me at the end of the hall. Nice. What a morning. I'm exhausted. First the bosses dumped me out of the violent crime and then sent movers ahead of me so everyone in the station knows about my demotion before me. What a mess. As if I wasn't going through enough already. At least, with my public shaming, I doubt anyone will have the courage to bother me in here. Gives me a chance to regroup and plan my next move. Ah! Alter! Clip at this live chat. Clip at this. Look. A new email is in my inbox from Yukimura. It looks like it's gone out to all detective. Let's see, Detective Ito has been under a lot of pressure. The tragic loss of Tanaka has affected us all. I think I see where this is leading. There it is. Ito will be temporarily reassigned. So he did make it public. How humiliating. Real nice of him to wait until I was out of his office before he hit send. Huh, after all this time, why doesn't he believe me? Alter! Stop it! Kazuki gave me this silver hairpin for my birthday last year. Seems so long. Langsam habe ich Schnauze voll. I've been in this office for years now, quietly working my way into the boys' club to be respected as a detective. Look at it now. All that hard work shoved into some boxes to be handed off to whoever Brown knows their way into a promotion, no doubt. Can't help but feel like my hard work hasn't worth anything all these years if it can be so easily packed away and forgotten. Ich kann's nicht klippen. Warum kannst du es nicht klippen? Los, auf geht's! Yukimura doesn't believe me. I'm the laughing stock of the station and now I'm being moved out of the office to top it off. Doesn't get much worse than this, but it's Yukimura that stings the most. I thought I could trust him, but instead he tells me to turn in my gun like some sort of criminal. Sitting around here isn't going to change anything. If they won't investigate, I will. First things first, I need to get my hands back on that mask. Reina mentioned it over and over, and it's the only clue I have to go on. Forensics gave the mask a once over and stuffed it down in the basement. I should go down and scope it out. Das ist eine gute Idee. Officer Bando, the recent transfer from Osaka. It seems that Saki on the front desk is quite smitten with the guy. Halt, dem sollen wir doch einen Brief geben. Dem sollen wir einen Brief geben. Hi, you must be the new transfer from Osaka. I'm Detective Ito. That's right. Transferred me in the last week. How are you doing, Detective? Please call me Bando. Y'all have got a big station here. Embarrassed to say, but never could find my way around the Tokyo branch all that well. I get myself lost half the time, to tell you the truth. So you must be the one that's all over the news. Don't worry, never could trust the press. None of them know a damn thing about police work, if you're asking me, and it sounded like you caught a rough one. Sorry about your partner. Rough is an understatement. Genau. Ishibashi at the front desk wanted me to give you this. Huh? Saki did? Well, hand it over then. Let's have a look. Oh, well, I didn't reckon she sent something like this. That's just because you don't know her like we do, Officer Bando. Yeah, well, do me a favor, would ya? I know, not exactly professional, but tell her to meet me on the roof in 20 minutes. I do it myself, but I'm too busy. Was? Du bist zu busy? Aber in... Ach, fuck it. Alright, but not a word of this to any of the other detectives. Got this? You got it, Ito. You're alright. I'll crack this work out and then get upstairs when I can. I owe you one. Das heißt, ich muss jetzt erst nochmal in die 1. So. I passed on that letter you gave me. You did? Way to go, Ayami. What did he say? Was it too much? Wait. You didn't read it, you? Oh god, you read it. You read it. Please forget everything you saw. Slow down, I didn't read it. He asked me to tell you to meet him on the roof as soon as possible. On the roof? That's romantic, right? It's like I'm in a TV drama. Oh dang it, if I leave my post and something happens to the cameras, Yukimura'll go nuclear. Huh, decisions. I've got it. You're not on duty, right? Watch the front desk for me. It won't be long. 10 minutes tops. Please. Sure. That's my girl. I knew I could count on you not to stand in the way of true love. I'll be right back. With Saki gone, I could disable the recording systems and move around the station without being seen, but not without getting her in trouble with Yukimura. Professionalism minus 10. I know this will hurt you, Saki, but I need that mask. And I can't have anyone seeing me. Professionalism minus 5. Okay. Basement. Let's get up. The gate to the evidence room is locked. Mori has the key, but in desperate times, I've seen Tanaka pick the lock to get in. Didn't think you'd stick around down here after that big earthquake this morning, Mori. Ugh, don't remind me. I'm trying to keep my mind off of it. How are you holding up, Detective? Taking it one day at a time, I guess. Honestly, I'm surprised to find you still working evidence. Tanaka put in recommendations for your promotions. Yeah, I think the people upstairs have got other things on their minds right now, from the sounds of things. Besides, I think they stuck me down here because I was asking too much questions on my last case. May have pissed off a few of the wrong people. It makes me squirm thinking what I'd like being in an earthquake in this basement. I wish you hadn't reminded me. But I'm actually really sorry about Tanaka, Detective Ito. I respected him a lot. He'll truly be missed. Thanks, I miss him too. Hä? Kann ich den nicht mehr fragen? Hä? Warum kann ich den denn jetzt nicht mehr? Was ist das denn? Warte. Ich fahre mal zurück in den ersten Stock. Die Kameras sind for whatever reason wieder an. No comment. Okay, da ist irgendwie nichts, deshalb fahre ich nochmal hoch. Okay, klar. Evacuation of the building will start almost immediately after I pull the lever. Unfortunately, it will be a short window before they realize what's happening, so I need to get to the evidence room quickly. Right, here goes nothing. Alles klar. As I held the mask in my hand again, I immediately questioned why I'd gone through such great lengths to get it back. A small piece of evidence wasn't worth the risk. It wasn't the answer to my problems. As strange as it sounds, I'd hoped the mask would react in the same way it did when I touched it in Kamakura. At least that would have justified what I'd done and proved the sensation I'd felt that day wasn't in my head. The mask I held in the evidence locker was nothing more than rough old wood. No voices or visions, only an eerie quiet left in the wake of anticipation. Of course I held on to it. The case was only getting started, and Reina's obsessions with it could be an accident. It still had a part to play. The mask in my hands, I quickly got out of the station and jumped into the first train back to Shinjuku. Back to the alley where the whole mess had started. Something told me there was more to find in the sewer. The mask itself could wait until later. As the train made its way there, images and thoughts from that night engulfed me. I started to feel queasy. When my stop approached, the pit in my gut changed from fear to something else. I realized I'd had enough of other people telling me what to feel or how to act. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that the only one who could give me any sense of closure was myself. Da sind wir wieder. Gibt's jetzt Chicken? Nein, gibt's nicht. Dang it. Aber wir gehen nochmal. Wir gehen nochmal in den Club. Wir gehen... No way. I must say, after that performance, I'm surprised to see you show your face again. Look, you can skip the condescending tone. I needed information badly and I had no leads. Anyway, I heard the news about what happened to you and your partner that night. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Thanks. I didn't figure you'd care much about what happened to a cop, all things considered. Considering what? My job? It's true, police come in here all the time and act like gods. They order drinks, threaten me, and fill me up thinking I don't care. My boss tells me to ignore it since happy cops are good for business. Honestly, they're worse than the customers that they're supposed to protect us from. So yeah, all things considered, I don't love the police, but that doesn't make me a robot. Nobody deserves to die alone. If you hold your buddies at the station that something terrible like that happens to me, some nobody hostess, do you think they'd give a shit? I wish I could say you're wrong, but years in the force have taught me that being a police officer doesn't make you a better person. A lot of people lose sight of what it is to be human just because some government official gave them a badge. How long have you been doing this job? Not long, only about 2 years, and 4 different shops. They all promise the same thing, better pay and customers that will treat you with respect. I'm still waiting on both those things. Business has been in the pits lately, and I've gotten some offers that might pay better, but they're at clubs with more of an adult vibe. They said it wouldn't have to do anything weird, but I don't know. I've heard rumors about what can happen to some of the girls in those places. Country girl like me doesn't exactly have a whole lot of job prospects, and it'd be good money. This one's easy, don't do it. But ever heard the phrase, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it? No, not really. Well, take it from me. No one's going out of their way to help you, but that doesn't mean you can't help yourself. Just think it over before you say yes to that offer, okay? To think I'd be getting advice from a cop. Alright, I'll think about it. You got a name? Yeah, it's Miho. Don't tell anyone though. The bosses don't like it when customers know our real names. You know, after I saw you on your knees, I didn't think you had any guts. Guess I was wrong. See you around, Detective. Na guck, das ist doch eine ganz Liebe. Die Miho. Guck, jetzt gehen wir nochmal zu ihm rein. Oh, hello, Detective. I heard about what happened that night after the other police and the reporters showed up. I'm really sorry to hear about your partner. I can't even imagine what it's like to lose someone like that. Thanks, Daiso, right? Yep, that's me. I'm surprised you remembered that, Detective. No need for detective. I'm not on duty. Ayami is fine. How are things? Did that night hurt your business too? In all honesty, business wasn't really better or worse because of it. If anything, I got a little uptick when the reporters were here. But eventually they left too, just like everyone else. It was always my dream to cook and start a restaurant, but it's been a constant uphill struggle. What's the point? I know it might not mean much coming from me, but I believe you should stick it out to the end, no matter what. A lot of it comes down to attitude, right? If you stay down in the dumps, people will taste that emotion in the food. That's something no amount of alcohol can mask. Yeah, I guess. I've been beating myself up for weeks now. Maybe that's not helping, huh? I mean, I'm still competing with scumbags around here, but I'll try and keep my head above the water for now. Thanks, Detective. Ayami. Stop by again any time. Drinks on the house. Thanks, Daiso. Maybe I'll take up one. Okay. Damit können wir bestimmt noch was machen. The smell of rotting meat. The phone ringing over and over. Reina, did that all really happen? Okay, meinetwegen. Ich gehe rein. Okay. Oh hey, it's that detective from the other night. I wonder if she remembers me. That detective is right here, and can hear you as she's standing right next to you, Kobayashi. What? How do you know my name? It's on your name tag. Don't think too hard about it, kid. You might hurt yourself. Anyway, I'm just like surprised you need to talk to me again. I don't, just passing through. Alright, that's good. I think I already said everything I could to that other guy. Would have to rack my brain pretty hard to come up with new material, you know? What other guy? Taido? Titus? Typhoon? Tyra? Detective Tyra was here? What did you tell him? Alright, Tyra. Yeah, I told him you were here and you were pretty hardcore. You told him I was hardcore? What does that mean exactly? You know, I told him you were a cop that, like, didn't play by the rules. Who had a drink if they wanted to, like, you know, take the edge off and stuff. You told him Shit, what else did you say? Not much else to tell. I told him I heard a firecracker outside before it came, and about the broken lock, and how you said you'd seen a strange girl. I mean, nothing bad. Your eyes got all intense there for a sec. That's nothing. Just dust in my eyes. Painful, stupid, idiotic dust that is causing me to squint harshly. Oh yeah, detective, you should be careful. It's super dusty in here. Thank you. I'm going to leave now. You enjoy your day. Fuck! Yeah, wait a sec. Don't scare me. What? Da war so eine Winkelkatze. Okay, fuck, I'm out of here. Holy shit. Okay. This police tape is all that's left of the department's investigation. They're more focused on writing me off as insane than finding answers in that sewer. It's now or never. No more excuses. I need to have a look around and find out what really happened that night. Und damit willkommen zurück, YouTube. Willkommen. The air still feels as heavy and stale as it did the night I came in here looking for Kazuki. Doesn't look like much has changed since then. I'm not sure why I expected anything different. Even if it turns out to be nothing, I should have a look around to see what I can find. I've already come this far anyway. Shrine gate. No one seemed to question why the shrine gate was down here or who put it here in the first place. Yukimura said it wasn't relevant to the case. The red markings Reina drew are still on the walls. Was she trying to guide me here, or were they for something else? The bottom of the well is hidden in darkness. It seems in the course of investigating the crime scene, a rope was brought in to get down. I wish I had thought of that. Haben wir sogar. Maybe it was a mistake to come here. All that's left for me here are horrible memories. But I saw Reina, a girl who couldn't possibly be alive in this tunnel. I'm sure of it. Yukimura and the others didn't see what I saw. I have to keep going. There's more to this. More paint? The reports on that night never mentioned this. Could they have missed something so obvious? There's another hatch going further into the sewer. It's possible Reyna escaped through it on that night. Maybe I wasn't far off the mark after all. If Reyna used this hatch, I might be able to find some proof to take to Yukimura and put his doubts to rest once and for all. I'd better keep my guard up. Press button. Hä? Okay, da geht's offensichtlich nicht weiter. Huh? Is this some sort of trick? It looks like the same where I came in. Does it have something to do with the lights? What the hell? That's not possible. Calm down, the lights are flashing in some sort of order. Was? Naja, erst alle. Jetzt zweimal alle. Und dann... Moment. 1, 2, 3. Dann nochmal alle. Und dann nur du. Nur du. Und dann nur du. Nein. Alle, die drei, die beiden und dann die. Alle. Dann 3. Ja. Ja. Reyna, what is this doing here? Why would you leave this behind? The door seems stuck. I have to pry it open. Better head back to the surface and see what I can find. If I can find a crowbar or something. Na gut, komme ich denn überhaupt zurück an die Surface? What was that noise? Shit, the hatch closed. I'm trapped. This isn't good. I have to get out of here. Oh nein. That's not real. That's not... Nein. No. Verschwinde. Kazuki? Somehow I knew I'd find you if I came down here. Wait, don't go. Please don't leave me again.